Let's begin in a comfortable seat. Starting to tune in with your breathing. How the air feels coming through your nose, moving through your chest and down into your stomach. And how it feels when it moves back out. Let's bring your hands in prayer at the center of your chest and come up with an intention for this practice. Something that you can repeat every time your hands come back to this position. Seal that intention in. And then inhale and stretch your arms up overhead, really reaching through the side body. And then exhale and drop your right arm down to the side and find a side stretch. Opening up that chest, rotating it upwards. And keeping your ear close to your arm. Inhale back up to center. And exhale, drop the left arm down, reaching the right arm along overhead. And keeping that right ear close to that right arm. Rotating the chest open and upwards. And then inhale back up, reaching the arms up long overhead. And then exhaling the hands back down to your knees. Let's move through a seated cat-cow here. So inhale and open the chest, lifting the chin, and then exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, and exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head. Keep moving like this at your own breath. And after your next exhale, come and find a neutral spine. Breathe in. And then exhale, twist to the left. Left arm coming behind you, right arm coming to rest on your left knee. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, twist to the right, placing your right hand behind you and your left hand on your right knee. No need to force anything here. And then inhale and come back to center. Now adjust your feet so that the soles are pressing together, and we'll find butterfly pose. So from here, inhale and lengthen the spine, and then exhale and fold forward over your feet. Maybe walking the hands out in front of you, or maybe leaving the hands wrapped around the soles of your feet. Maybe give the insides of your feet a nice little foot massage. Inhale and straighten back up. And then exhale, meet me in table. Your hands are directly under your shoulders here, knees directly under hips, and your back isn't sinking. It's nice and straight. Good. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cow here. So inhaling, dropping the belly, opening the chest, lifting the head, and exhaling, rounding the spine, dropping the head. Inhale, open the chest, drop the belly, and exhale, round the spine, drop the head. Continue moving just like this, keeping with your own breath. And after your next exhale, find a neutral spine, remembering to engage those abs. Taking a deep breath in, and then exhale and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. It's the first down dog of the day, so taking time to pedal out the feet, taking any movements that feel good, just beginning to wake up those calves. And then inhale and look towards the top of your mat, and exhale, step forward, forward folds. Hang out here for a moment, breathing in and breathing out. Giving a nice bend in those knees and lifting the hips up. And then on your next inhale, come and meet me in mountain pose. Either rolling up through the spine or lifting up with a straight back. Inhale and sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, keeping that spine and neck long. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank, hands directly under shoulders, abs engaged. And exhale, lower halfway down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, open that chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. And exhale, walk or hop your way to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, keep looking down. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, arms overhead. And exhale your hands in prayer to heart center, repeating the intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, lower down through chaturanga, keeping your elbows tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. And exhale, walk or hop your way to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, keep looking down. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale your hands to the center of your chest in prayer. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, spine and neck long. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa. And taking a moment here in down dog to make sure that you're squeezing those shoulder blades together, as if someone placed a pencil between them and you were squeezing them together to keep it from falling. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat, and exhale, step or hop your way to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rising all the way up to stand, arms overhead. And then exhale your hands in prayer to heart center, repeating that intention. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward folds. Inhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Focusing here on keeping your hips even, that one hip isn't pulling too far ahead than the other. And lifting up through those hips, finding lift in the hips and in that back knee. Good. From here we'll find a twist, so inhale your right arm up to the sky, opening the chest, looking up at your fingertips. And then exhale and bring the hand back down, low lunge. Inhale up into high lunge, lifting those arms up above your head, reaching tall, again finding lift through those hips, but bending deeper into that front knee. And then perhaps touching those hands together overhead in prayer, or another mudra that you like, as we begin to lean backwards. So finding a gentle arch through both the upper back and the lower back, engaging those abs. And then exhale and bring yourself back up, and then cartwheel the hands down, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank, and exhale, take your vinyasa, meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, and exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Making sure that those hips are even and that you're lifting up through them, finding lift in the hips and through that back knee. Good. And then inhale and lift your left arm up to find a twist, opening that chest up to the sky, gazing up at your fingertips. And then exhale that hand back down, low lunge. Inhale up into high lunge, really lifting up through that back heel, lifting up through the hips, reaching long through the side body. Nice. And then again, maybe having the hands come to touch as we arch backwards, finding a gentle lean here as far as is comfortable for you. Reaching long through those fingertips, engaging the abs, finding steadiness here. And then exhale back up through center, and then cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. And then exhale, tilting forward and moving through your vinyasa. Inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Inhale the right arm up for a twist. And then exhale the right arm back down to the ground. Inhale up into high lunge, really reaching tall. And then begin to lean backwards, finding that arch in your back, opening the chest, engaging the abs. Inhale back up, and then exhale, cartwheel the hands back down, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank pose, and then exhale through your vinyasa, meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, and exhale, step it forward between your hands, low lunge. Inhale for the twist, lifting the left arm up to the sky, and exhale, bring the hand back down. Inhale up into high lunge, and then begin to lean back, reaching and finding length, not collapsing through the spine, but finding length through it as you lean backwards. And then inhale back up to center and exhale, cartwheel the hands back down to frame the front foot, low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank, and exhale, take your vinyasa. And from downward dog, on your next exhale, drop the knees and find a child's pose. Letting your forehead relax on the mat, reaching the arms out long in front of you, or maybe beside you. Whatever you find most comfortable in this moment. And find your breath. Inhale and walk your hands back up. And find hero pose. So coming to sit on your feet, hands resting on your knees, finding a nice long spine here. And from here, we're going to come up onto our knees. And we'll work on camel. So first, we'll place our hands on our lower back and begin to arch our back just like we did before, opening up through the chest first and then bending through the lower back. Only going a little bit of the ways for right now, remembering to breathe, and you can keep your chin tucked to your chest. Inhale back to straight. And exhale, release your arms. Now, you can do the same thing we did again, or if full camel is in your abilities today, we'll do that. So for full camel, we'll find that space again in our chest and then bending through the back, reaching with your hands to grab onto your ankles. Keeping the chin tucked either into your chest, or you can relax the head and extend the neck down, whatever's comfortable for you. Remembering to breathe here. And if there's any sort of discomfort or pain, just come back out of this. Inhale and engage the abs and lift yourself straight back up out of this. And then exhale, sit back down, back into hero's pose. Good work. All right, now come and find a comfortable seat. And come into butterfly pose again. So pressing your feet, the soles of your feet together. extending your spine, and then exhaling and folding over. Seeing if there's any difference from the beginning of class until here. And if you didn't give yourself a little foot massage at the beginning, maybe take the time to do that now, sending some love to your feet. Inhale and walk yourself back up. And then extend your legs out in front of you. Find length through the spine, lift your arms up over your head, and then exhale and fold over the legs. Keep the feet flexed and a slight bend in your knees. With every inhale, lengthening the spine, and every exhale, folding a little bit deeper. Let the head drop. And breathe. Inhale and walk the hands back up, finding a straight spine again. And then exhale and come to lie on your back. Bend the knees and bring the feet close to your hips and keep them hip distance apart. We're going to find bridge pose. So keeping your hands alongside your body, inhale and lift up through the hips. And maybe you wiggle your shoulders underneath you so that you can clasp your hands together, or you can leave your hands at your side. And then exhale and lower your hips back down to the ground. Breathe in here and out. Let's do it again. Inhale and lift your hips up to the sky. Seeing if you can get them up just a little bit higher, but keeping those feet flat on the ground. And then exhale, lower your hips back down to the ground. So you have the option to go into bridge one more time, or you can join me in full wheel if that is in your practice. So if you're joining me in full wheel, you'll place your hands on either side of your head. Inhale, and then starting first with the back, open up the back first, and then lift up, pushing through the hands and lifting up with the hips. Remembering to breathe in either position that you're in. And then exhale and lower yourself back down to the ground, very slowly, very gently. From here, bring your knees into your chest, leaving your arms on the ground, and then roll yourself over so that your knees come to either side of your ears. Only going as far as is comfortable here. And then, of course, having the option to straighten your legs and find plow. Aiming to, in either pose, to have your back straight at like a 90-degree angle to the ground with your legs extended behind. Take a few deep breaths here. Don't forget to breathe. And then exhale and slowly roll back down out of this position. Inhale and hug your knees into your chest. And then exhale, drop the knees over to the left for a supine twist, extending your right arm out long, and your gaze is over your right fingertips. Inhale your knees back to center, and then exhale, drop them over to the right, extending your left arm out, your gaze over your left fingertips, and breathe deeply. Inhale your knees back to center. Give them a nice big hug, clenching all the muscles in your body. And then exhale and release everything, coming to lie down flat on your back on the mat. Let's prepare for Shavasana. So snuggling your shoulder blades underneath you so that they're flat against the ground. Letting the knees fall open. Letting your arms take up as much space as they'd like. Begin to listen to your breathing. And then let go of any control you have over that breathing. And just let it be. Begin to notice your breathing. Bring some tiny movements into your fingers and toes. Taking a nice deep breath in and letting it out through your mouth. Begin to make your way over onto one side, maybe using your arm as a pillow. And then as you feel ready, keeping your eyes closed, push yourself up into a seated position. And then bring your hands in prayer at the center of your chest. And bow your head. And repeat that intention that you said at the beginning one last time to yourself, knowing that you can bring that intention with you throughout the day. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.